You know that feeling, that specific frustration when you're setting up a workspace? You've got the perfect spot for everything, but the USB cable is just, it's too short
It's the universal law of cable management. You are always, what, 2 feet short?
every single time.
Yeah.
And the usual fix is, a cheap extension cable, you chain them together, and then you wonder why your webcam is flickering.
Right.
But today, we're looking at a piece of pro hardware that just completely solves this. We're doing a deep dive on the DVDO Xtend-USBC-USB-BB-1.
It's a bit of a mouthful, I know, but it's basically a heavy-duty 2-host USB-C and USB 3.2 Gen 1 extender.
Which sounds very serious.
Ah.
So our mission here, I think, is to figure out how the pros solve that classic distance versus speed problem. Because physics usually has some pretty strict rules about that.
It really does. I mean, a standard USB cable starts to lose signal integrity after just a few meters. This device, it extends that to 100 meters.
Wait, 100 meters? That's over 300 feet.
328 feet, to be exact. And it does it over a single Cat6a Ethernet cable.
Okay, but normally when you push a signal that far, you have to sacrifice something, right? The speed drops.
That's the typical trade-off, yeah.
Yeah.
You drop to USB 2.0, things get sluggish. But this uses HDBaseT technology, so it maintains full USB 3.2 Gen 1 speeds.
So we're talking up to 5 Gbps.
Up to 5 GBPs. It means your 4K webcam and your external hard drive, even in a server closet down the hall, behave like they're plugged right into your computer.
That makes sense for the distance part. But what about the two-host part of the name? Is that just, marketing for it has 2 ports?
No, it's actually a really clever workflow feature. The transmitter unit, the box that sits near the computers, it has inputs for both USB-C and a USB-B.
So it's like a smart switch.
Exactly. Think of a conference room. You have the room's own PC installed under the table, right?
Right.
But then you walk in with your laptop. You want to use the room's nice camera and mic for your Zoom call.
And that usually means crawling under the table trying to find the right cable to swap.
Not with this. You just plug your laptop into the USB-C port, and the device can actually auto-switch. It detects your laptop and reroutes all the room's peripherals, the camera, mic, touch panel, straight to you.
That is so much smoother.
And on the other end, the receiver, which might be mounted behind the display, it acts like a hub. It has, I think, 3 USB-A ports and another USB-C.
So you plug everything in there, and it all just gets routed back to whichever computer is active.
Precisely.
Okay, but here's something that always drives me crazy with hubs and extenders. The power bricks. If I have a receiver mounted in the ceiling, do I need an electrician to put an outlet up there?
Thankfully, no. This uses something called bidirectional 24V PoC.
PoC, that's power over cable.
Yep. You only need to plug the power supply into one of the units. So if the power is at the desk, it sends electricity through the Ethernet cable to power the unit in the ceiling, or the other way around.
That saves a massive headache.
Yes.
But I do want to push back on one thing. We're sending high-speed data, especially video, over 100 meters. Don't you still risk glitches or frame drops?
That's the biggest risk, you're right. But this device was built for that. It supports what's called isochronous transfer.
Okay, you're going to have to break that one down for me.
So, with normal data, if a packet gets lost, the computer just asks for it to be sent again. That's fine for a file. But for live video, there's no time for that.
Right, the moment's passed.
Isochronous transfer basically reserves a dedicated, uninterrupted lane of bandwidth for that time-sensitive data. It ensures the video and audio packets arrive instantly and in the right order.
So it prioritizes the webcam stream to make sure you don't look like a glitchy robot on the call.
That's a good way to put it. It just creates a stable, reliable pipe for real-time data.
It sounds incredibly capable.
Yeah.
But, okay, I have to play devil's advocate. I looked it up. It's about $700.
It is.
So why wouldn't I just buy a $50 active USB extension from Amazon?
And for your printer at home, that's probably fine. But that $50 cable is going to struggle with 4K video. It might drop the connection, and it definitely won't let you switch between 2 computers with the press of a button.
So what you're really paying for is the reliability.
You're paying so that when the CEO walks into the conference room and plugs in their laptop, it just works every single time. In professional AV, the cost of the hardware is almost nothing compared to the cost of a high-level meeting failing to start.
That really puts it in perspective. It's not an accessory, it's infrastructure.
Exactly.
It really makes you think about how our workspaces are evolving. We all focus on the sleek laptop or the high-res monitor, the things we can see and touch.
But the more seamless we want that visible experience to be, the more complex and frankly, industrial the invisible plumbing has to become.
It's the skeleton, holding the whole digital room together. So maybe next time you plug into a conference room and everything just works perfectly, you can spare a thought for the hidden hardware making it all happen. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.